This is my factory, or rather, our factory. My son and I have a good business here. We make various novel items of wood and plastic, sell to a wide market. This is my office today. Years ago, when we started in business, we didn't have comfortable offices. We started small. We didn't know much. Our factory was one small room. In those days, my oldest boy, Henry, and I worked in the shop every day, just enough goods to keep going. But we had big plans for the future, and we knew we had a lot to learn. One of the things we learned was the relation between our business and the President's cabinet.
How do we go about setting up a South American market? Can we get any help from the government?
We have to write a letter to
I did write a letter, but you wouldn't let me mail it.
Of course not. Look at the address. The United States government. Huh?
Well, what's so wrong about that?
Yes, what's wrong?
Well, the gig. There are lots of different offices. We've got to send our letter to the right one.
We'll go on with our work, but you explain it to Mary, so we'll all understand.
All right, Dad. Come over here, Mary. Look, this book will help. It's the government manual. Oh, here. The three branches of our federal government are legislative, judicial, and executive.
We should all study this chart.
Victor, sand these down.
Henry, you went to school. You tell some of the executive departments.
Let's see, there's Department of Agriculture, State, Treasury, Post Office, quite a few. And the heads of the departments make up the President's cabinet.
The President's cabinet? I don't see that on the chart. We are like the President and his cabinet, eh? Well, let's get back to our work, Henry.
Look, Mary. This letter we're talking about, it'll go through the post office. Well, that's run by the Postmaster General. In front of the post office, there's a recruiting poster. The Army is run by another executive department. Inside, you'll see wanted posters. That means another department. The Justice Department is hunting down criminals. Down the street, you'll see another executive department at work, serving people wherever they live. And of course, whenever we make any sort of financial transaction, we're working with the Treasury Department. So you see, Mary, it's almost as though the President's cabinet were right here in town, doing things for us.
Well, the men who wrote the Constitution certainly thought of everything, didn't they?
No, I don't think the cabinet is in the Constitution, at least not directly. The Constitution gives Congress the power to set up executive departments, and the President appoints the chief officers of these departments.
I see. The cabinet changes to meet new needs in the country. And I'll bet there'll be other changes in the cabinet someday. Well, our letter about selling things in South America.
We know it should go to one of the executive departments. Now, which department?
Well, it might be the State Department, Foreign Affairs. But I think it's the Commerce Department we should write to.
That sounds right.
Marjorie's letter opened the way for us to do business in South America. And that was the first of many instances when knowing something about our government helped our business. Customs officials, transportation and shipping agencies, tax agencies, labor agencies, Social Security, and, of course, the armed forces. There's another example of how the President's cabinet adjusts to meet new needs. Out of the needs of the Second World War grew a reorganization of the departments directing our armed forces. And, very likely, there'll be more changes in the cabinet and in the functions of the executive departments. Just as we've done in our business, you'll find yourself coming in contact with the executive departments of your government. So it will help you to know about these departments and about the President's cabinet.